Hey guys, welcome back. This is the Philippine Info Channel. Today Steve's on vacation, much needed, and Rich from the Philippines is filling in. Rich in flavor, rich in experience, and rich in fun. Not so much pesos. Today we're going to talk about something that, as Peter Griffin would say, really grinds my gears. Something that you can't go 2 minutes on the internet without seeing. And I really wanted to address it. And as it says in the subject matter, oh, I didn't get scammed. And that's really what we're going to talk about today. My experience with the scammers and without the scammers. So I've been here now going on a year and some change. And my experience have overall just been wonderful. You see all these, beware of the women, beware of the scammers, beware of the phone, beware of this. And I really haven't experienced that. And I'm going to knock wood and say maybe it's just me. My experience has been completely opposite. And I wanted to talk about this because it's happened so many times that it just amazes me, and it really needed to be brought up. So 6 times, as Justin Cranky would say, 6 times, I have literally had the opposite of being scammed. And what I mean by that is I've dropped money. One time I dropped my ATM credit card and somebody literally, I didn't know I did it, it was on a jeepney. Somebody pointed it out to me, literally they could have left it there, and this guy was the only one who saw it, but he didn't do that. He said, hey, Poe, you dropped. And there was my credit card. Oh, and I was just like, if I had lost that, it would have been, I can't even imagine what I would have been under. And just last week, literally 2 young Filipinos came up to me in my neighborhood as I pulled into a parking spot and said, hey, Poe, this came out of your pocket. And it was a bunch of pesos. They could have kept that. They could have, literally, I would never have known because I didn't know it. And you may say, well, you're a blockhead for dropping, your money in ATMs. And I say guilty as charged. I've always been really bad about that one side of putting my pesos away, even in America. I've gotten better, you'd think. However, my experience has been time and time again, Filipinos have stepped up to the plate and made sure that I got my money back. And so I know what you're thinking. I had a friend who told me about a friend who told me about a friend. I have met men. I have met people that have sent pesos to people who they've never met. And actually, I've actually given blood, I've given platelets, I've given money to floods, and to people I've never met. And it's been no different here in so much as that when it comes to charities, I'm literally, I don't want to say quick to give. I check it out first, and if it seems legitimate, I give pesos. Why not? It's not that big of a deal. And I must admit, I've had more than 1 or 2 Filipinas, ask for money for phone load. Or my favorite one was, this is people that I've met in person that have done this, not stories that I've heard on the internet. I had a girl tell me that I think it was her mom or her sister who had died in the hospital, and they had the body, and they weren't going to give the body back until they paid the hospital bill. And I couldn't remember what she said. It was 10, 20, 30,000 pesos. And I've read they do that. However, I was a total stranger to these people, and so I didn't know them. I didn't know if they were being truthful. And I had no dog in the fight. And what I mean by that is that, sure, people ask for money all the time from people in all countries. I mean, in my hometown, we had scammers that were caught at the street corners. They were followed to their Mercedes, literally. That's a true story. They were asking for money. They said they were homeless vets, whatever. The point is that don't be scared by all the blogs that you read about all the scammers. I really would like to hear your comments down below, because my experience, like I just said, has not been the same. And I just saw a video from I don't want to say famous blogger, but fairly popular blogger that was talking about, don't let them pick you up at the airport. My experience has been completely opposite. I had somebody pick me up at the airport, and again, she did not suck me into her family vortex and never let me come out and breathe again. She actually was very helpful and making that transition to living here. It's so important. I know Steve has done videos on it too. If you have a friend who speaks Tagalog and who can walk you through some of these different situations that you're going to have. Now, I'm so thankful Steve is kind of getting back to the basics on the Philippine Info channel, because I watched his channel incessantly. He went over health insurance 5 times at least, if not more, and I ended up getting health insurance, because you should have health insurance too if you're here. You really should. It's so important to know that in case you trip. Sidewalks can be dangerous, not here, but only in America, anywhere. And I don't want to, Steve and other people talk about our age. I don't buy that one so much. I know people half of our age who tripped down the stairs or literally got out of bed and something went wrong. It's possible. So get insurance. My only point to this blog, and I want to reiterate it, if you expect the worst, no matter what country you're in, there's a good chance you're going to get the worst. If you expect to be scammed, there's a good chance you're going to be scammed. Again, it hasn't been my experience here in the Philippines. It's been almost the complete opposite. With that in mind, be careful out there, as they say on TV. Watch the Philippine Info channel. Steve and I are going to be announcing my channel, which is going to be quite different than this channel. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.